I ended up meeting Bob in New York City. I'd known him back here.
Bob
So I
Carey.
go to Memphis. I go to New York to meet a guy from Memphis, to get married to a guy from Memphis. It was ridiculous.
Where did y'all run into each other? In New York?
Yeah, when Phineas Newburn would play New York City, everybody from Memphis would gather at Sweet Basil's, which was on 7th Avenue South. It was a great jazz club, and everybody, if you didn't know who was there from Memphis in the city, you knew that night. So what happened was Bob and I started seeing each other in New York, and then he decided he was going to move back to Memphis. I had just opened up Automatic Slims. I was like, I'm not coming back for a while. And
So you stayed in New York?
I stayed in New York, and then he ended up asking me to get married, and I still stayed in New York. And then when I got pregnant, and I was like, well, so we got married in Memphis, and he had moved back. He had bought the house, Molly Fontaine, Cielo. He had bought it from Ira Sachs.
I thought it was Ira Sachs.
He had bought the house from Ira. So then I said, okay, I'll just move back home. What am I going to do? And I decided, well, I'll just open a catering business. And and that's what I did.
What year was that?
It was 1988, and we got married in 87. I went back to New York. Northwest wouldn't let me fly past 7 months. So
Wow.
I'd keep wearing big coats. They go, Karen, because I'd fly home every 2 weeks, and they were like, dude, open the coat. I'm like, oh, shoot.
So Molly Fontaine's is in Victorian Village. It's, turn of the century? 1880s? 1886.
Yeah.
And so y'all live there.
Yeah, we lived there. The boys were born there. My two sons were born there.
And that's Travis.
And Travis and Austin, yeah. And he wanted to name him that because he worked on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I swear to God. I come from
never knew.
Jewish family. You're supposed to name him after somebody in your family, and my family was like, they're going to be called what?
The characters in Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Well, it was Travis County in Austin, Texas.
Oh, that's okay.
And he was filming in Austin.
That's so
Bob
funny.
was a lighting director of motion pictures, and he was a gaffer, and yeah. So, yeah, it was pretty funny.